Hi everybody, Sarah Grillo here. Thanks for tuning in, and please subscribe. You don't need a PhD from Harvard to pick stocks right. Lately, I've stopped reading these economic treatises that start off something like, where the economy is headed in the latter half of 2015, according to Goldman Sachs economists. Give me a break. There is no way to predict the direction of the stock market. If there were, somebody besides Abby Joseph Cohen would have figured it out by now. Nouriel Roubini was on his game when he predicted the 2008 crisis, but he hasn't done anything notable since then. All these economists in their Xenia suits have no accountability, and they're wrong half the time. If my dentist were wrong 10% of the time, he would lose his license, be sued, and be bankrupt the next day. If Antonio had a bad sales day 2 days in a row, he would be burned at the stake and lose his job. And then there's Moody's. Remember Moody's? As far as I'm concerned, they discredited themselves by failing to acknowledge the spectacularly large amounts of debt on every single major corporation that they covered. And that is probably because they were being paid fees by the companies that they were writing the research reports on. I want to know, how come it doesn't work that way in the real world? How come when I get a speeding ticket, I don't get to take the judge out to lunch the day that he or she hears my trial? I don't get it. Unbelievable. And then you have these hedge funds with marketing slogans that go something like this. And every single one of them says it. And they really think that it makes sense. Our hedge fund has exhibited stock-like returns with bond-like volatility over its 10-year historical track record. Come on. You guys are all the biggest bunch of sham artists I've ever seen in my entire life. First of all, what exactly is bond-like volatility? You see, there's more than one kind of bond. There's treasury bills, and then there's high-yield debt. Now, high-yield debt is almost as risky as a stock in some cases. You see? What a vague statement that is. And also, what does it mean to exhibit stock-like returns? Shouldn't it exhibit stock-like returns if it has stocks in it? This statement is too stupid for words, and I am personally overjoyed that 90% of hedge funds failed to hedge during the 2008 crisis because they got what was coming to them and they crashed and died. And many of the people that used to work at these hedge funds marketing them and saying stupid slogans like the one that I just railed about are now doing jobs like selling MSCI data packages to banks or something like that so they can put their kids to college instead of making those lofty six-figure salaries like they used to make at the hedge funds. So you can take all the hedge funds and throw them out the window. And while you're doing that, do the same with the economists, because nobody has any accountability in those professions. And I would really love it if Wall Street could be without all of this meaningless babble that turns it from a logical type of a scientific market into the la-la land that it has been for the last 10 to 15 years. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.